I've said for a very long time that life for the average man is going to get harder and harder. It's becoming more and more competitive. You need to find more and more ways to stand out and be unique. And the only way to really do those things, unfortunately, as a man, is to suffer. And that's one of the reasons I'm kind of glad that God put me in jail, because if you look at anything that builds a man into a man, there's a degree of suffering. It's very hard to become a man and have a man who's respected and has stories and is capable when he only had a nice life and nice experiences. It's usually the things that made you the best version of you are usually the worst things that happened to you. So the demons I carry from jail, the fact that I can't sleep, I've had girls say to me, you can't sleep, you need to see a psychiatrist. And I said, absolutely not. I would be furious if a psychiatrist walked in here and took my demons from me. I don't care if they could fix me with a click, they're mine. And they were bestowed to me by God, and they are mine to deal with, and they are mine to fix, because that's how I become a better version of me. I would be furious if someone took them away from me. I'm glad I can't sleep. Good, I can train endlessly. That's why I'm bigger than I've ever been. I'll train I'm not going to waste a minute. But all the demons that have been given to me by God and all the problems that have been given to me by God are mine to fix. I would never, ever allow anybody else to take them from me. I'd be furious. If a psychologist came in and said I could cure you, I'd say, no, thank you. I will cure myself. I don't care if it takes 10 years. I'll cure myself. That's my job. And I know that when that's done, I will be more mentally resilient than I ever would have been without jail. That's the whole point of it, right? So many men say, I want to be the man, but they don't want to suffer. They don't want to fight. And I don't understand why, because even if you look at a superhero movie, they tell you, even in superhero movies, they make it very clear. Batman's parents died. That's why he's Batman. All the bad things have to happen. There's no way to get there without the bad things. I get so many emails from people complaining about their bad things, and I don't have time to reply to any of them. But if I could, I'd say, good luck, congratulations, off you go. Of course she broke your heart. Of course you're sad. Of course you miss her. She's with me now. That's life. That's part of it. That's the only way you're going to get to that level of resilience. You can't become the man any other way. So yeah, I thank God for everything bad that's ever happened to me and all the demons. And I trust that he's not going to give me anything I cannot, in the end, decipher and deal with. In the end, I think it's a puzzle, and you decipher it, and you work out the best way to deal with it, and you internalize the good parts, and you become a better and stronger and more resilient person for it. Mm-hmm. So I have to thank God for every single one of them.
Well, I mean, you got to go through.
Again, why would you want to shut this guy up? I mean, honestly, what he's saying right now, I want young people to hear, men and young women, young boys and young girls. Honestly, bro, you need that adversity. You need it. We live in an era here in America where people are like, no, everything's going to be fine. I don't want my children to have any bumps in the road, nothing. And then one day that child is grown and they don't know how, they've never dealt with any kind of adversity whatsoever. They're out here in the real world and they get rocked and they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. Andrew Tate just said he thanks God for putting me in jail. He thanks God for putting him in jail. He welcomes the demons. And he's like, I will deal with my own demons. I'm going to work this out if it takes me 10 years. I'm going to work this out. And it's not just him on his own. He has his brother. He has his cousins. He has his clans, right? Those people to bring. He has tons of people. And they say God works in mysterious ways. So maybe he doesn't need a psychologist. Maybe someone else wants that. I want a psychologist. I want a psychiatrist. You know, Bill, I tell you what this guy doesn't want. He doesn't want the pills. He doesn't want the happy pills. You know, we're definitely a overstimulated society. You know, people are given, you know, medication at the drop of a hat. That's not good. Medication, we can just sit there and work that out on your own. Just work that out. Every time you get a little pain, you're going to go run to a pill. That's bad. That's bad. Every time you have a problem, you're going to go run to mom or your daddy. That's bad. Sort it out. Like when my daughter has an issue, I sit there like, well, sort it out. Work it out. Work the problem. What's your plan? He's like, my plan was to tell you. All right, well, that plan didn't work. What's your next plan? Hey, I'm looking at her like, what's your plan? How are you going to fix this? Because I'm not doing nothing. I'm not lifting a finger. You're going to work your way through this. This is what your children need. Want to call it tough love or whatever? I just call it love. I just call it guidance. I call it leadership. That's the problem with this country. Why are so many people drawn to Andrew Tate? Because they lack leadership, any real leadership. That's why. Why are these young kids drawn to him? Well, the young kids, you can argue because he's big and strong and he drives a Bugatti, right? He's on private jets. He has yachts and all the women want him, right? That's for kids. But, you know, young men, It's like, man, he's respected. He's respected. He's out here doing big things. And he's telling me to get myself together. Leadership. These young men out here are starved for leadership. That's all it is over here in this Mana Swamp. Over here is Red Pill World. Is young guys and men, some older men, looking for answers. They're looking for leadership. And Tate just giving you the way. Like, man, he thanked God for being in prison. And like, and even when it comes to religion, I used to say this as a kid when I was real young. I didn't like what they were teaching me in church when it came to religion because it was too easy. I would say it to the grown-ups all the time. Like, this is too easy. You're telling me I could go out here and do anything I want to do? I could be as bad as I want to be, and all I got to do is ask for forgiveness and don't get caught in my sins? That's too easy. That's too easy. As a young kid, I was in my teens. I'm like, nah, I see it more as a quest, kind of like King Arthur and his knights in the quest for the Holy Grail, like that.